Welcome everybody. Welcome to my podcast. I've always wanted to say that, so that's pretty cool. Um, I don't know. I always had a way. I always thought that I would always start my podcast, like welcome, welcome. I never use the deep side of my voice. I don't know why, but it's just there. So I always thought of going like welcome, welcome. Anyways, so hey everybody, hi, welcome. This is your boy Dael Reyez, and yeah, I don't know if you call it a name drop or whatever you call it, but yeah, this is the first time I'm saying my stage name out loud, so that's pretty cool. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I don't know what happened in my pronunciation. Anyways, for anyone that doesn't know me, my stage name is Dael Reyez, and yeah, this is gonna be my podcast. I am doing this honestly for fun. I'm trying to make it very lighthearted. So I might tell jokes. I'm just gonna go where the vibe takes me. And yeah, I hope I don't bore you guys to death because that's really not my intention. I'm really just trying to create a nice vibe and an atmosphere, kind of invite people to like my world or, a part of it. And I don't want you in my business like that, but like a part of it. Um, yeah. So hey guys, what's up? What's poppin'? Um, let's get started. So yeah, I have introduced you. My name is Dael Reyez. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Instagram handles in the link of the video rather than while I'm talking right now, because it's a bit to think about all of that right now. I don't know. It's overwhelming. It's the first time I'm doing this. I don't want it to be like messy, like too messy. Nowadays you kind of just have to do things with a prayer and be like, well, God, it's in your hands. Yeah, that's another thing I'm going to be talking about today. It's under the topic of life and dating update, so that's like religion. Your boy has been thrown up and down in these streets in terms of religion. Like, I'm a Christian man now. I'm a young Christian man. I'm Christianized. I'm saved by the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And it didn't start out that way. It's very funny. I feel like I'm starting this topic and I'm not getting there yet. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. So I am 25 years old now. It's funny, I watched a meme, like a vlog thing where they were like, a person who was afraid to say their age because it's sounding serious. So they would be like, I'm 24, and the video would just like either slow down or cut. So yeah, I feel like I'm not ashamed of my age, but it is an adjustment. Every year, it's an adjustment of sorts. Um, oh, by the way, I opened the windows outside because it's raining, so I wanted you guys to hear the rain. Um, so don't ever say that I don't ever sacrifice anything for you guys. I, yeah, I'm doing that because I wanted the rain effects on my very first podcast. So yeah, that's very cool and stuff. So yeah, I am 25 years old. I am a freelance visual artist. I sketch people. I paint people. Doesn't it sound like that woman? Ghost. Not Ghost, the one who could speak to ghosts. I forgot what that show was. There was a TV show on SBC2 with some woman who used to like talk to dead people. But now I don't know. I don't know if it's like a trending thing or what it is. But it seems like people talking to the dead is not such a ooh thing. Like nowadays in the media game or the media space, you need more of an edge of sorts. To be quite honest, I don't know if I found my edge or sorts. And I actually thought about this is something I want to talk about later on in this podcast. I Yeah, for a long time, I don't know. So let me get back on track. We'll get to that when we get to that. I hope. I hope I don't lose track of my thoughts and just start talking and yeah. Anyways, so I'm a freelance visual artist. I am an author and a novelist, or slash novelist. Um, I like writing novels. I still don't know what the difference between an author and a novelist is exactly. Author just seems more general. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people seem to throw respect when someone says author versus novelist. So novelist might just be a new thing to me. and I'm not aware of it, that people also throw respect on it as well. But yeah, like I've written books, like I'm writing books now. I've written my first one, which I'm going to speak about going forward, and I'm currently working on my second one, so that's pretty interesting. Um, I never thought I would ever write books. I had a very strong love for books when I was in high school, and it was very weird. I don't know if think I was a cool kid. A lot of people tell me that they think I was a cool kid in high school. I don't personally see it. I think I was very to myself. Like those who knew me. I think I was just known a lot, but people didn't actually know me. They knew of me, if that makes any sense. To me, at least, it made sense like that when I explained it. Yeah, freelance artist, visual artist, author slash novelist, singer, songwriter, and I one day really do hope to be an actor. It just sounds so like I'm an actor, like I don't know. A lot of people made it sound like scandalous and stuff. Like, oh, you're dating an actor. No, but for real though, I actually wanted to be an actor. So I wanted to be a lot of things when I was growing up. And it was very strange because I was very good at a lot of things. It was just trying to find that while being told as if I have to do one thing, which really isn't the case. You grow up and you realize like I don't have to do one thing. At least I realized that. And I'm not advising anyone. I'm not like a life coach or anything. I'm just speaking my truth and my story. So for, you know, people listening out there and stuff, yeah, that's what this podcast is about. um, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I'll be talking about my books that I've written, any upcoming books that I'm still writing, and yeah. So, show name. I don't know. I feel like we'll get to that. Even when I post the first like podcast update, hopefully I'll have a show name. Just to show you that I'm also learning as I go as well. So like, hopefully I get better at this and it's not so messy and disorganized and disheveled. But I don't know, I feel like as an artist I've kind of learned to embrace my imperfections. Whereas being a child of parents, I mean, no, I'm not like a child of aliens or anything, but like being a child or someone's child, I don't know if anyone else feels this kind of pressure, but don't you kind of feel, oh, I have to make my mom proud, I have to make my dad proud and stuff like that. And it's a lot of pressure to live by. I just thought of it like right now, and I don't know, I think for the most part, it kind of made me try to be a perfectionist like my mom. Shout out, mom. I'm not, throwing anyone or anything under the bus. I'm just, speaking my truth and hoping for the best. So, hi, mom, if you're listening. Um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I never talk about these things. So I'm going to do it now because why not? You only live once. I was just joking. Please don't think I actually say that a lot. I don't say that a lot. I don't know. I find it very cringe when people say you only live once. If you want to do something adventurous, just do something adventurous. I don't know. That whole YOLO thing, maybe saying it like YOLO is what bothered me. Maybe saying YOLO, like specifically YOLO. But if you go like, yeah, I mean, you only live once, Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where we get on that topic. So yeah, that's where we are. So the first topic that I wanted to speak about was my fears. So, so I guess, I don't know how other people do this. I don't know how other people do their podcasts. I don't know. I mean, I watch some podcasts or listen to as well. Um, but I don't know how some people like, I don't know. I feel like growing up wanting to be an artist and being an entertainer and kind of around people a lot and being in the like I don't want to say limelight a lot, you know. It sounds like, oh, right, I think I'm famous. Like, oh my gosh. So we're not doing that. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have very big ambitions and dreams and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shy about saying it. I just won't, you know, I don't know. I don't like people that like hype themselves up a bit too much around people. Like if you ask me what I do, I'll tell you. But if it doesn't come up in conversation, I'm not gonna come there with my phone, in your business and be like, yeah, like look what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I've never understood people that kind of do that. I don't know if it's like a coping mechanism of some sort. I'm not a psychologist, um, or at least qualified. We did some psychology modules in the school before I dropped out. Um, but yeah, we'll get to that later as well, hopefully. I hope I don't lose track of my mind. So I'm currently just playing music right now. The music that I listen to, when I'm sad, when I'm just in my vibe, in my space, when I paint as well. Um, yeah. I don't know if do you guys listen to music like as an activity? As in like you'll just I don't know how to say it without making it sound creepy like I stare at a wall listening to music. But I mean like yeah, maybe I'll say it like this. Do you guys ever did you know like listening to music is an activity like on its own? I think I used to listen to it. I didn't view it like that until recently, until today actually. Today I listened to music and I was having like a moment before I called my friend in Australia. Shout out Roxanne, you are doing the most. You are the most in my life. Hashtag what's up bestie. Yeah, hopefully you listen to this. I don't know if you will, But yeah, I was like listening to music and I was just listening to music. Like I looked at the ceiling. I don't know, I felt like I was in high school again. Those stupid high school dramas and stuff where people look at the ceiling and they're like, "Oh my man, heartbreak and he broke my heart." Yeah, I was kind of having that kind of moment. I don't know if I'll be getting into detail with that, but maybe, maybe. So one of the fears that I actually wanted to talk about or speak about was the fear of actually doing this podcast. Um, I know fears can like we can go back to like being a Christian and it says don't fear in the Bible. Um, I don't know. I think maybe my interpretation is different of how I read it. It's not to say that fear doesn't exist, but you should actively do your part to not let it overcome you. Like I could be scared of making a podcast or starting a podcast, right? But it shouldn't it shouldn't be so deep that it actually stops me. Oh, my sister-in-law replied to something. I don't know. Yeah, that was funny. It shouldn't be so deep that I have a sister-in-law now, guys. Oh my, like, can you imagine? I always wanted an older sister. She knows this. I think I've said this to her. Maybe I just said it in a dream and I thought I said it to her. I don't know. But I've always wanted a sister-in-law. I feel like I've always wanted an older sister. Not that my older brother isn't, doing the most. But I don't know. I just felt like an older sister could have advised me with a lot of things that it's not to say I wouldn't go to my older brother for. It's just that I wouldn't. I don't know. Like with dating and girls and whatever and stuff, I just feel like having an older sister would have been a bit of a different experience, just to put it like that, like to put it lightly. So I don't know. I'm very happy about that. Um, yeah, let me know in your when I do this anonymous questions thing. Um, what do you guys think about like your sister-in-law, brother-in-law? Um, like a new sibling to the family through marriage. Um, thank God I get along with mine. I don't know what I would have done had we not gotten along and just not been on like the same vibe, same page. You know, kind of gets my crazy. Like I don't want to say I'm crazy. That sounds wild, but like she gets my vibe, my drift, my energy. So I don't know. I think she really just fit in well in the family, personally speaking. If you ask me, I don't know. Like maybe we'll have like a sit and chill for the podcast. I don't know. We'll vibe. Um, yeah, maybe one day. She's a very busy woman, and yeah, she's very inspiring. I think you guys will like her. And yeah,